If we could just go over some of the numbers, I think it's pretty clear that we won. We won very substantially, Georgia.
This is a pretty extraordinary call. This is President Trump, in his own words, pressuring officials in Georgia to find him the votes he would need to overturn his loss in the state. It's something that we really haven't seen from a sitting president, and I think it's frankly undemocratic. And it comes at this really pivotal time. It comes as Republicans are pretty torn apart in Washington over having to certify Biden's election on January 6th. And the thing that happens the day before is they're also asking voters to go to the polls in Georgia to participate in an election that will determine the outcome of the Senate. And so those two priorities seem to be running into each other right now. I think it is very difficult for Republicans to thread this needle when you are both encouraging people to show up to vote and telling them that the election in November was rigged. We had always expected that if Trump had lost the election, which he of course did, that there would be a real reckoning within the Republican Party about its future. And we're seeing that play out, even before Trump leaves office. You have a real move among some Republicans to try to be the heir to Trump, to really solidify their own support among his base. And those are people like Josh Hawley and Ted Cruz, who are saying that they are going to back efforts to try to essentially overturn the results of the election in Congress. And on the other hand, you have real blowback coming from what you would describe as sort of the old school Republican establishment, Mitch McConnell, Mitt Romney, Ben Sasse, several others who are saying, hey, this is undemocratic. This is not what we do. We might be upset about the election results, but we can't actually overturn them just because we are unhappy here. I think that every time that there is an objection, it really does open the door for more misinformation to be spread about the state of the results in those states, because what we know is that the results have been certified again by many Republican officials in these states. They were free and fair elections, and yet you're going to see a real effort to cast them as otherwise on the 6th.